Thank you for watching our video of how to convert a paw hut catio into an outdoor squirrel pre-release enclosure. This catio is shipped in 3 big boxes from overseas. Ours actually arrived damaged, but we were lucky. The areas that were damaged were all on the inside of the cage, so we could still safely use it with our squirrels. Be sure to document any damage to the shipping box or the cage itself before putting it together. The first step is to unpack the boxes. After unpacking the pieces, we took a look at the instruction manual. It's pretty simple and straightforward, but we recommend taking steps of pre-drilling to avoid splitting any of this very soft wood. Next, we arranged the pieces in accordance to the installation order. Each piece has a number printed on it. Following these steps in the instruction manual, we began putting the catio together. In most places, it made more sense to use a manual screwdriver to screw the parts together rather than risk splitting the soft wood with an impact driver. David brought a selection of clamps, which enabled us to put it together very precisely and keep it square. We had to make sure each corner was lined up properly before screwing the pieces together. While David constructed the catio, my job was to measure out and install the foundation the catio would sit upon. The foundation is the frame that the cage sits upon so that the cage does not have contact with the dirt, which would cause it to rot. We use pressure-treated lumber, which normally would be unsafe since squirrels chew on wood. But because the wood is mostly buried in the ground or covered by the ground mulch, the squirrels have no access to chew on it. It's very important for your foundation to be square and level and made to fit the exact footprint of your cage. Inside the foundation, we will often line the ground with hardware cloth to prevent animals from digging in or out of the cage. This is an optional step that in this case we did not do for this project. Once the foundation is level, we moved just the solid house part of the catio onto the foundation. From there we built the rest of the cage panels. We do not recommend building the enclosure elsewhere and then lifting it all at once onto the foundation because we noticed that the cage was very rickety. Once the cage was built, we added limbs, hammocks, a swinging nut basket, fresh leafy branches, and other items to keep the squirrels entertained during their stay with us. After building it, we did have to make some alterations to this cage so that it could be used for squirrels. We removed the inside door that enclosed the house section so the squirrels could come and go more freely. We also used the ramps as shelves instead because squirrels don't need ramps. We added spring locks to all the openable doors for extra security. And lastly, we framed each door to cover the wide gaps between the doors and the frame of the cage. When there are gaps that allow this much light through, squirrels will choose that area and chew out in a heartbeat. That's it. You're always welcome to contact us if you have any trouble putting your cage together and altering it for the squirrels. Thank you for being part of the Rewilding Foster to Forest team.